Hey, this is Troy, and I bet the reason you are watching this video is because you've come to the decision that you need to sell your house, and now you are looking to find a realtor. Well, this video is going to help you do that. We're going to talk about what you need to ask any realtor when you are interviewing them so that you find the right realtor for you. Very first question you can ask them is over the last year and a half, how many properties have you sold? Is it one, two, or three? Or is it more? Is it 15, 20, 25 homes that they have sold and they've been very active for the last year and a half, which has been a slow time? In fact, did you realize that in 2024, according to the National Association of Realtors, NAR, that 74% of all realtors in the United States never sold one property. So maybe ask them, how much experience do you have? How many homes have you sold? If they're on a team, don't ask them how many houses the entire team has sold. Ask them how many houses have they sold? How many buyers have they worked with? How many listings have they had? Get those questions out there. Then ask them, how are you going to come to the value of my property? Well, first thing they need to do is come with a CMA. A CMA is a comparative market analysis, and that's going to give them a basic understanding or idea of how much your property is worth. Then what they should be doing is walking around the house asking you questions like, how old's the AC? How old's the roof? Get an idea. How old are your appliances? Things of that nature to better come to an exact valuation for your property. Now, after that, you need to ask them, how are you going to market my property? What kind of ideas do you have for marketing my property? Well, the very first thing they should say is, well, we're going to help you stage your property. We're going to tell you to take down these things or to do this or maybe paint this wall. Give you some ideas of what can help you sell your property. People, make sure, take care of that front yard. There's a lot to be said about curb appeal and how people feel about a property when they first drive up to it. Buying a home deals a lot with a personal feeling when buyers are looking to select. So make sure when they are coming up to your home that everything looks good, that the grass isn't dead and the bushes aren't overgrown. Make sure everything's trimmed up. Make sure that yard is green and looks very nice. Keep things cleaned up well. Don't have garbage on the side of the house or things of that nature or toys. Have everything cleaned up. Remember, you are in a battle against everyone else who's trying to sell a house. So make sure that realtor is walking around giving you all these ideas of what you can do and what you need to do to the property to help it sell. Now, of course, at the end of the day, those decisions are up to you what you want to do or not do. But you need to have a realtor who's at least going to give you some good ideas. Now, after that, you need a realtor who is going to do a photo shoot for you. If your realtor tells you that they have their trusty iPhone and snap, no, 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 no. Do not do that. That realtor needs to hire at his or her cost a professional photographer, not someone that just has a camera that they're pawning off $50, but a professional photographer. It is not uncommon for us to pay anywhere from $250 to $500 for our photo shoots, depending on the type of property it is. But we just don't have that person doing pictures, but we also do drones. So we have that person taking aerial shots of the community, of the entire outline area of the property, so they can see all of that. Views from the front, views from the back. We want your property to really look good compared to other properties. Remember, you need that realtor to really work for you, because the number one place that 100% of all your potential buyers are first going to see your home is where? You got it, online. Therefore, your online presence need to look excellent. It does not need to look weak. I have seen teams where they just have someone on the team who can take decent pictures, and they got a fancy camera, and they say, "Oh, we got this person on the team with this 35 millimeter camera." Well, sometimes that's like handing Picasso's paint um, tray to a 5-year old. I remember one house, it was a beautiful house, $1 million home, and the pictures looked really, bland. Nothing really popped out, and I didn't think the house was, according to the pictures that I saw, looked or was that really nice. My buyer said, "You know what? I don't think we're interested, but let's go ahead and take a look at it." We went to that property and was absolutely amazed how beautiful it was. The pictures, because they just had someone on the team taking photos, even though it was a nice camera, did not capture the depth, the brightness of the house, the spaciousness of it. Why? Because they were a professional photographer. So make sure that realtor is going to do a professional photo shoot at his or her cost. Now, after that, what you're looking at is that property then going on the market. Everything's done. You got the photo shoot. You've gone around the house. You've decluttered. You've done those things. And that realtor has really helped you get things done of that nature. Well, the next question that you need to ask that realtor is, what are you going to do when it first hits the market? Boy, that's when it's hot. Everyone's looking for the new listings. And that is when your property is going to get the most attention during those first 10 days. You want to know that realtor is working it. So usually for us, what we do is we allow the property to always hit on a Thursday morning. That way it has time to circulate and people are viewing it on Thursday and Friday. Why for Thursday and Friday? Is because on Saturday and Sunday, we are doing open houses from 12 to 3 on Saturday and on Sunday. So you need to find a realtor who is going to follow up and really market that home. Now, in addition to, of course, if they're putting your listing in the MLS, yes, it's going to be on Zillow, it's going to be on realtor.com, home.com, and probably another 50 different websites. But there is other ways of advertising that property. And we do additional advertising, once again, at our cost. And we have found out, because we like to track people when they come to our open houses, where did they find out about the open house? And we have found that 40% of the people who come to our open houses come because they saw it on some kind of social media boost. So that is something you can ask as well. Ask that realtor, are you doing any additional advertising or doing anything else? We also work with our lender, and our lender also pushes our listings. So it's just not us, it's our lender. It's also our title company. Our title company helps us to push our listings. And you want a realtor that is able to coordinate all of that so that your property can get as much visibility as possible. Right now, it is a real buyer's market. So the seller doesn't have a whole lot of control, because a buyer can go out and have his choice or her choice of 30 or 40 different houses that are in that same price range. So you need to hire a realtor who's going to help you stand out amongst the crowd. That is going to be very beneficial. Then after that, you need to ask that realtor, are you going to stay in contact? Are you going to give me updates? Things of this nature, that they just don't leave you hanging. Are they going to answer calls when you call them or text them? They may not be able to answer the call at that moment, but you need to know that by the end of that day, that realtor will absolutely call you or text you back, and that they will allow themselves to be available to you on the evenings and weekends. Listen, if a realtor tells you that they don't work weekends, listen, don't even talk to that person, because weekends are our go time. That's when most people have the most amount of time to go out and look at properties, because everyone's working during the week. So you need someone who will be available to you 7 days a week and return calls. I've returned calls when I'm at Disney. You're just standing in line. There's no reason you can't return a call or text someone back, even if you're at Disney. Does not matter. But you want to know that you just have that a good solid relationship, that you have a competent realtor who's going to do a good job for you and is going to check off all the boxes so that you are completely able to trust that realtor that they're going to be able to handle your listing and do it well. Also ask them, especially if you have a unique property, do you have any kind of a niche markets you work in? Now, of course, we work in luxury market, but one of my other niche markets I work in is horses, ranches. I grew up training registered quarter horses, so I am very familiar with ranches and what needs to be on there, the type of training facilities that should be there, how the stalls should be set up, tack rooms, feed rooms, maybe office space and things of that nature within a barn, the amount of ground you need in accordance with how many horses you're going to have, things of that nature. So that's one of our niche markets we have. We also know how to advertise because there are special websites just for those people. Did you realize that? But there are special websites for a lot of different markets out there, and as well as luxury. There's mentions.com as well as luxury. Those are two great resources that realtors can take your luxury property and put it into those magazines and allow you to have even additional viewership of your property by people around the country and outside of the US. So those are all great questions to ask your realtor. Of course, you want to find out what kind of commission they're offering or asking for. We typically ask for a 3% commission, but in that 3%, we are paying for the photo shoot. We're paying for special flyers to be made up. We are paying for additional advertising. All that comes out of that. So we just don't sit there and say, hey, we want 3% just to hold it to ourselves. No, we're using a portion of that to market your property to help it sell as quickly as possible for the highest dollar amount possible. So those are just some great questions to ask a realtor. So as you start calling around asking people or different realtors and looking to interview them, just remember some of this stuff and make sure you get a solid answer from him. If they can't give you a solid answer, call the next realtor. Hey, I hope this helps. As always, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate you.